This is Cooklang, a markup language that turns your recipes into plain text files you own forever. 3 symbols to learn, and 1 folder of text files gets you automatic shopping lists, serving, scaling, and a self-hosted recipe site. Fair warning, this is a smaller project than we usually cover here, but the reason developers are excited about it has nothing to do with dinner. It's a pattern, and once you see it, you'll get why this channel is excited about where it goes. That clicks at the end. Here's an entire recipe in Cooklang, and honestly, here's most of the language. The @ marks an ingredient, with quantities in curly braces. The hash marks cookware. The tilde marks a timer. That's it. Your grandma can read this file exactly as written, and a parser can pull out every ingredient, amount, pan, and cook time without guessing. Human-readable on the left brain, machine-readable on the right. The entire learning curve is 3 characters. Compare that to every recipe app that wants an account, a proprietary database, and a subscription before you can save your own chili. The constraint is the feature. A format this simple has nothing to break, nothing to migrate, and no company that can take it away. The spec lives in the open on GitHub, where the community argues about every addition, slowly, on purpose. Cooklang comes from Alexei Dubovskoy, who has pushed 614 commits to the CLI alone, and an org that has quietly grown to 34 repositories and 563 followers. The bio says it straight: cooking data that's portable, programmable, and future-proof. This isn't a startup with a growth team, it's a hobby that got serious and kept shipping. CookCLI is 1 Rust binary installed with a single brew command. CookC drops sample recipes to play with. CookRecipe parses any file into a clean ingredient table. And here's the moment that sells the whole idea. Point Cook shopping list at your recipe folder, and it merges every ingredient across every dish into 1 organized list, grouped by aisle. It's Unix philosophy applied to dinner. Pipe it, script it, put it in a cron job that emails you Saturday's list every Friday. Then there's Cook Server. The same binary embeds a web server, so your folder of text files becomes a browsable recipe site on your home network. Phones, tablets, the kitchen laptop, no app installs. This is their live demo running exactly that. Recipe cards, search, scaling, shopping lists, all served from plain text. Put it on a Raspberry Pi and you've got a family cookbook that costs nothing and phones home to nobody. And the format doesn't live alone. There are iOS and Android apps with a sync agent, so recipes travel to the kitchen with you. Editor plugins for VS Code, Sublime, Vim, and Emacs. An Obsidian plugin with 348 stars for the second brain crowd, and official parsers in Rust and TypeScript, which means when you inevitably want to build your own meal planning dashboard, the hard part is already a library. Scale check with real numbers. The CLI has 1,343 stars, roughly a tenth of what we usually feature on this channel. But look at the shape. 61 releases since 2021 with the latest one last month, 34 repos in the organization, and a spec at 688 stars that people care enough about to argue over. Small, alive, and compounding. That's a very specific kind of project, and it's usually the kind worth getting in early on. What's already working today? Automatic scaling when 4 guests become 9. Shopping list organized by store aisle with an aisle config you edit yourself. Pantry tracking with expiration dates so the list skips what you already have. Custom reports over your whole cookbook. Menu planning for batch cooking. And recipe federation for discovering and sharing community cookbooks. That's a lot of kitchen software for a folder of text files. Now the pattern I promised. Take something trapped in proprietary apps. Define a tiny open format for it. Let an ecosystem grow around the format instead of any single app. That's exactly what Markdown did to notes and what static site generators did to blogging. Recipes locked in an app database can't be diffed, scripted, or inherited. A .cook file can sit in Git, carry your grandmother's handwriting in a commit message, and still parse in 30 years. Cooklang is Markdown for cooking, and formats like that rarely stay niche. Real talk before you commit your cookbook. This is a niche project. 1,300 stars, a small community, and a spec that's still evolving. The CLI is on version 0.32, so expect occasional breaking changes. The mobile apps are free, but the optional AI assistant in their editor is a paid add-on. About 10 euros a month, the only paid thing in the ecosystem, and migration is manual. Import tooling exists, but it's young, so plan on typing recipes in yourself, a few a week. None of that changes the direction. It just means you're early. If plain text already won your notes and your blog, let it have your recipes too. Cooklang is small, but it's built on the one idea in software that reliably outlives everything else: a simple open format that belongs to everyone. The repo and the live demo are linked in the description. Star it, brew install it, run CookCLI tonight, and drop the first recipe you'd convert in the comments. Subscribe for weekly finds like this one.